how am I gonna do this? I just look really dark. Hi. I have to go to work in like 10 minutes, but I feel very strongly like I should just light a candle and sit and talk. I keep thinking about the phrase the lover and the beloved. I also pulled a few cards this morning, which I haven't really, like my spiritual practice hasn't been as like physical in this way. Like I usually always use my like pendulum every day, my handy dandy pendulum, but cards and wax scrying I don't do as often as I've done in the past. And I feel like it's because like very naturally my mental state will just kind of go in, or it's more of like the awareness of when certain things are coming through that are downloads, that are me connecting to bigger consciousness and what others might perceive as source or higher self. The cards that I pulled were freedom, celebration, and adventure. And it just reminded me of like wanting to find purpose and feeling like purpose for me is tied to kind of like, not time, but like the discovery of how certain things in my life will play out more. Like watching buzzwords or actions or like specific memories, I'm hearing like snowfall, so like season cycles, of how like I might have misunderstood something in the past, or something has come up that like made me want to organize my own system of thinking, whether that be through like numbers or colors or energy fields, feelings that feel very perplexing, almost intergalactic, in the sense that like, you know, not everyone like will perceive or understand your own mindsets, your own thoughts, your own intuitive downloads, how they come through. But it still is something that feels like you want to continue to work through and understand. It's not even work through because it's just natural. And I think that's what the biggest point of what Spirit wanted me to say today was, just like how natural just being myself, being aware, being mindful, being intuitive is. And it's okay that certain things, like technically, not really, I don't want to say falling through the cracks, but like certain actions or flow states that I've had in the past aren't the same as now, and like what I wanted to, what I want to showcase, what I want to share, like collective messages. Maybe I went through a phase of really wanting to push those out more and recording them often, maybe not sharing them all the time, but just being in that mindset, and then like naturally going through positions of like, okay, it's time to relax and just be here and just be mindful of my own experience, my own withdrawal from wanting to share and showcase, because I don't know, it's just cycles. Let's just light one candle. Usually I would do this at night too with the candles, especially because I have glow-in-the-dark candles, but I just felt like I just need to talk for a second, just like sit, be here with you. Thank you for being here. I hope you're feeling well, healthy, happy, looking for love, or like receiving love more, enjoying your life more, loving yourself more, loving your situation, acknowledging that even if like sad memories are happening, they don't define you. Your past doesn't define you. Your thoughts that you're having now, both. But it kind of makes me think of like affirmations now. I'm just gonna light this candle. I feel like I'm going off on a different plane than what was intended. I'm just like, things that came up with the number 7, but it feels like wanting to say more affirmations, wanting to be more in a mindset or understanding what blockages, what's stopping you from being more lucky, more prosperous, more like what you need to stop doing in order to gain, why little can be more, why less is more, better way to say it. Perplexing. I don't know why that word. Sometimes like it's more of like the actual definitions of words. Like sometimes you think one thing is one way, but then you realize in concrete details it's just not the wave. And it's like surrendering to, okay, if I'm paying attention and like my thoughts, my actions, my direction, even when my eyes are pointing to my vision, the way I perceive contrast will lead to, we don't want it to lead to negative emotions or negative experience of how you're interpreting your own spirit, your own soul, your own conscious grasp of what is happening on a larger scale. It just seems like it's just really allowing the experience to happen. Well, it's like the experience is going to happen regardless. It's more of relaxing into the interpretation, less judgment. Because it's wanting it to be magical, but it's redefining what magic is. It's redefining, or more demolishing, getting rid of, dismissing things that were going to hold you back from surrendering. And it's like, what are you surrendering to? Who to say that to? Who to express prayer, intentions, wants, needs. I'm hearing like re-glow and editing. Like popping out of the screen, popping out of the TV, higher wisdom. Like I've said this before in here, but just like thinking about like a narrator in a TV show, but the characters are so experienced in the show, even if the narrator is talking, like exists and is persistent and is there. Like it's like part of the act, part of the play. My challenge is the judgments coming from the narrator is what the relationship between the loved and beloved is seeking to feed through, surrender through, become more extravagant within itself. I literally have to stop because I have to go, because I have to go to work. Which is funny because like the cards that come out for me are still just like adventure, freedom, 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 which I feel like has been a consistent thing of just wanting more time to do and be and play and love and learn. Because we have to stay disciplined. You gotta stay disciplined. But it shouldn't feel like a burden. And that's what I'm working on. Because I can possess and hold on to so much gratitude and love for the experience and be grateful for all the abundance that comes from the experience of having like a job or responsibilities. But then there's also like the want and need to seek out more. Like be able to just like kind of now I'm seeing like a ball pit, like throw yourself into something that feels more light. Like it feels like it's already there. That's why these emotions come up. And others might be experiences. Maybe you like have a job or class, school, like some type of like time, like what you're, even like how you're perceiving yourself on social media, what you do. Like some type of decision. It can even be like a health fitness decision that just feels like it's like to be able to explain why you don't have or feel that yet. I feel like I'm misunderstanding how to say this. Just feels like lack of freedom. Feels like, or at least like perceiving it as lack of freedom. But it's there, like this call, this dreamscape keeps coming up. And it's being pushed, again, because of like a higher influence. Like I keep wanting to say intergalactic. And I keep thinking of Arcturians, Enlirans, Syrians, I don't know. Line power. Something about like Vedic astrology, like different types of astrology. Just like listening, but don't overthink it. Like maybe the overthinking is coming from somebody who just need to cleanse. Literally. Okay, that's a weird way to end, but I do have to go. Thank you. Bye.